As professional women, we're always on the run and always aiming to impress. My name is Cindy Díaz, and I want to give you the tricks I've picked up along the way to make makeup magic. This is Beauty That Works. Looking for a way to sneak a little contouring into your daytime routine for work? These steps for sculpting make it virtually undetectable. I'm starting by hydrating the skin with a moisturizer. Next, I'm applying a primer in the T-zone and on my cheeks, which are areas where I tend to get a little oily or my foundation can fade away. Next, I'm applying foundation. I'm using my hands because it warms the product up and helps it melt into the skin. To conceal any blemishes or areas with redness like around the nose, I like to apply a concealer with a yellow undertone. Yellow undertones cancel out any redness. Next, I'm applying concealer on the lower area of my eyes and I'm blending it upwards. I like to do it this way because I end up using less product in those areas where I have fine lines. To begin contouring, I apply a cream product that is 2 shades darker than my foundation. I use a small fluffy brush, and after getting some of the foundation onto the brush, I tap it off onto the back of my hand. I buff what's left on the brush using small circular motions right underneath the cheekbones, at the temples, and underneath the jawline. This next step is optional. I tend to skip it for daytime, but if you'd like to contour the nose, you can use a small flat brush and start by placing the color right underneath the brow bone. Pull that down along the sides of your nose in a straight line. Pulling your contour from your brow looks a lot more natural because you won't be able to tell where the contour begins or ends. Next, I'm using a clean domed brush to blend any of the edges of that nose contour away. To tie the nose contour into the eyes a little bit more, I'm taking that same color and placing it in the crease and then blending that out as well. Next, I'm using a synthetic face brush that I've used to apply foundation before, and I'm just going over any areas around the face where I want to blend out any lines to really make that contour look natural. Next, we're going to set all of those creams with a powder. I'm using a lighter powder in the center of my face with a small brush to highlight those areas. So the bridge of the nose, right underneath the eyes, the center of the forehead, and the chin, those are the areas that I like to bring out. For the rest of the skin, you can use a powder that's close to your skin tone. Next, I'm going to go in with a small brush and a bronzer. And I know we just did all that work, kind of layering things over and making it look super subtle, but now we're gonna go back and we're gonna add a little more dimension by picking up some bronzer or contour powder and going back and enhancing those areas like right underneath the cheekbone, right at the temple, and really bringing it back a little bit more. By doing this, we're creating layers of dimension and different tones of that contour color, and that's what really makes it look more natural as opposed to just looking like stripes. I'm finishing everything off with a makeup setting spray to knock out the powdery look and make everything look like skin. Now we're ready to look subtly contoured for work.